So my name is Nikita. I'm working at companies called Echo, a solution architect, and I'm a Google developer expert for Angular and web technologies. Also, I'm kind of a blogger, and I want to share a link to my blog for all of you to force you to follow me, but I can't do that without my slides. So just type in your browser on URL bar how to make .software and you'll find my blog there. Oh, pardon me. As you
Yeah,
see it, I can
sure.
share my
You can right now.
screen.
Here we go.
Okay. And just let me know, do you see it?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so cool. Okay, let's start it again. Let's start from scratch. So, hello everyone. My name is Nikita, and I'm here to introduce to you a new, very cool feature that is called Portals, that is intended to help us to create a better web, a better navigation across web, a better navigations across applications in the internet and so on. But before we start, as always, I just need to introduce myself. As I told you already, I'm working at companies called Active. I'm a Google developer expert for Angular and web technologies. And here is my blog. So just go to how to make a software and find my articles. Hopefully you'll like some of them. Also, right now I'm creating an Angular CDK crash course. It's a video course about Angular component development kits. So if you want to learn how to build more robust Angular applications faster, just don't hesitate. Go to howtomake.software and you'll find that video course there. So I hopefully you like it. Yeah, frankly speaking, I like it by myself. And of course, my Twitter. So if you have any questions related to the Angular specifically or to the whole app, don't hesitate, just DM me and I'll try to help you. And of course, follow me on Twitter. It's a very important part. So what are we going to talk about? So today, I'm going to introduce you a very, very brief history of the web. Then we will try to understand that navigation is still the problem of modern front-end applications. Then I'll introduce you portals as a possible solution to the navigation across the pages in the web. Then we will dive into portals and view a number of cool demos, and you'll understand why portals are amazing. You will learn how to use them properly, and how to create really cool user experiences using portals. And finally, I'll tell you how portals can help you to build better single-page applications. So I believe you will like it. So let's start with a brief history of the web. Okay. So here is a timeline, as you can see. Yeah, and in 1990, Tim Berners-Lee created the first version of the World Wide Web standard. Then in 1991, he created the first version of HTML. Then PHP was created, then JavaScript was created, and CSS was created. And using all those technologies, users started to build multi-page applications. Okay, so for example, it was a surprise for me that CSS appeared after the JavaScript. you know. Okay, and then in 2002, the first single-page application was created. It wasn't a single-page application as we think about them now, because that days JavaScript was at early stages. People didn't use it that way as we use it today. People don't have any cool frameworks like React or Angular or whatever. It was just a concept of the single-page application. And then in 2010, the first version of Angular JS appeared. In 2013, the first version of React. And here people are building single-page applications. I bet most of you are building single-page applications using React, Angular, or maybe Vue or whatever. So as you can see here, as I told you, yeah, before people started, first of all, people started to build multi-page applications. Then on Sunday, people started to build single-page application. And the question is, what do we have now? Okay. So what do we have now? Nowadays, multi-page applications didn't disappear. people are still building multi-page applications and single-page applications. On the screen, you see some advantages and disadvantages of both approaches. Yep, I will not read them all here. I just want to emphasize the last here. Okay, so the last point in both lists is navigation. So multi-page applications provide the really easy way to perform navigation between pages. You're just using links, pasting as a URL in that link, URL from the other page, just click on that link, go into that link, and everything else is done by the browser or by the server. But multi-page navigations have really awful navigation UX. Okay, I mean black screens between pages. I'll show you in a bit more detail a little bit later. And what about single-page applications? Single-page applications can provide us with a really amazing navigation UX, since we can create any animations using JavaScript. But single-page applications are always too complex. Okay, even using frameworks, you need to learn a lot of things to create a navigation, for instance, in Angular. Also, did you ever try to dive into the source code of your framework router library? You'll find thousands of lines of code, and it'll be really hard to understand what's going on there. Okay, in a bit, let's discuss in a bit more detail. Just here's an example of a multi-page application. For instance, here's a GitHub, and it's my GitHub page, and I just want to click and go to pull requests. And first of all, I'm seeing a white screen. Okay, I believe all of you know that behavior when you just need to go somewhere, but you're clicking on some link, but your browser just first of all need to download all the resources again. Then you need to show you a white screen, and only then rebuild all the page from scratch. It's really awful user experience. Okay. And what about single-page applications? For instance, here is a demo of Angular documentation website. Angular documentation website is built using single-page application approach using Angular. And when I'm clicking on any links, I'm performing a navigation without reloading whole the page. And pardon me. And I have no white screens between pages. I just see a beautiful animation and nothing more. Just beautiful animation and a new page here. It's amazing UX. But to build this animation, I just need to download the whole Angular. Okay, it's thousands lines of code. I don't want to have it just to perform beautiful navigations. So I think after exploring both issues for multi-page applications and for single-page applications, we can conclude that navigation still is a problem. Okay, hopefully you agree with me. But what if I can say that nowadays that problem is almost solved using portals? Portals are the new feature introduced by the Chrome team a few years ago. It was introduced at Google I/O 2018 or 19. I don't actually remember, sorry. So portals allows you to perform really beautiful animations from between different pages using just plain HTML and JavaScript. So let's take a look at one cool demo. It's my favorite demo with portals. So what do I have here? Here I have a kind of a blog page, okay? Just those gray rectangles, just imagine it's a alarm with some text. And somewhere on the page, I have, for instance, some assets, and here I have a video player, okay? And I can click on that video player, and it will open as a dialog. And then I can click on the backdrop of that video player, and it will return back. Okay, nothing interesting, nothing surprising. But what if I tell you that here is a bit of magic? Just take a look at the URL bar of my browser. Okay, so here I have localhost and port 3000 and some kind of additional information like query params, but it's a localhost and port 3000. And when I'm clicking on the player, I'm performing an actual navigation to the localhost 3001. And when I'm clicking back on the backdrop, I'm performing a back navigation to the localhost 3000. Okay, do you see that? Do you get it? I think it's amazing, you know? Like, we can create kinds or elements that looks like dialogues, but we're performing a real navigation with something that looks like dialogues. Okay. Hopefully you're intrigued, and now I'll explain to you how all the magic works right now. Okay. So as I told you, here I have a blog page, and inside is a text and some kind of a player. Just let me show you code of this demo. Here I have rendered a portal. Okay, as I told you, portals will help us to perform better navigation. So it is a portal, okay? And I'm listening for a click on that portal element and performing a navigation inside the portal. And then I can return back. Okay, I'll explain how this works a little bit later. But what you need to know right now is that portals, they are really like an iframe. Okay, so portal is an iframe, but with the ability to navigate into it. So when I'm rendering the page inside the portal, I'm rendering the whole page in a new page, like using iframes. Also, I can interact with it. So here, I can, for instance, press a play button. It will. So I can interact with it, okay? And also I can activate the portal and navigate into it. Cool. So just for better understanding, we need to understand that portals are like iframes, but we use one small difference. Also, portals are not actually available everywhere right now. For now, it's a draft. It will be a part of the HTML specification soon, hopefully, but right now it's just draft. Okay. If you are interested in it, you can find it. So just go to the link, www.icg.github.io/portals. You'll find all the information about portals, the specification, all the documentation, and so on. Well, so hopefully you're intrigued and you want to learn how to use portals and how to create amazing user experiences using portals. But first of all, we gotta enable them. As I told you before, portals are not a part of the specification yet, just a draft. So they're not available everywhere. But they're available in the Chrome Canary. Of course, everything new available in the Chrome Canary. So you can just download the Chrome Canary, go to Chrome Flags, find Enable Portals, click Enable button, and portals will be enabled in your Chrome Canary. To check that, you can just open a console and type HTML portal element, and if portals are enabled, you will see that. So you will see the same as you see under my slide. If portals are not available, you'll see undefined. Cool. Also, as I told you, portals are enabled only in Chrome Canary, but you already can create progressive enhancements of your applications. So you can just check if HTML portal element is available in your client's browser. And in that case, create some portals or just patch your page and make it available and make it very cool. Well, hopefully now now you know how to enable portals, and now it's time to build something simple with portals, to build a simple navigation using portals. So, simple navigation with portals. Let me show you a demo of the simplest navigation using portals possible. So, all my demos are here. And simple navigation with portals is here. So here I have a page with a cat and a dog at the left bottom corner. And when I'm clicking on the dog, I'm performing a navigation to the dog page. Again, when I'm on the cat page, my URL, the URL bar is /simple-navigation. And when I'm clicking on the dog page, it becomes dog.html. So dog is not just a plain image. If you see my DevTools, dog is a portal. Okay, and I can click on the portal and navigate into it. So that way. Let's take a look on how to make it work. So first of all, you want to create a portal element using HTML or using JavaScript, as I'm doing here. Then you want to assign a source for the portal. It ought to be a link to the HTML page to allow portal to load it and render it. Then you are inserting the portal in the document. Okay, now at that stage, you have a portal on the screen and some content rendered inside the portal. But we want to perform navigations into that portal. So what am I doing here? I'm listening for a click event, and when the user clicks on the portal, I'm calling portal.activate function. And this portal.activate function is the thing that differs portals and iframes. So, frankly speaking, it's almost it's the almost difference between portals and iframes, since both of them are rendering content inside, but you can activate portals, and that portal.activate function performs real navigation into that portal. Okay, cool. Also here I have a little bit of style, just to emphasize that why does it scale down here? Okay, it will help us to perform cool animations with portals. Okay, let's learn how to make portals animations. So as you can see here, here's a demo with simple navigation, and as I showed you, it's we didn't have any animations here. So just let me switch to another demo. So another demo is here, and when I hear clicking on the dog just beautifully scales up and becomes a full screen. And when I'm going back to the cat, I can do it again. So here I have just a beautiful transition between two states, okay? And okay, again, I just want to notice that it's a single, it's a multi-page application. And I'm really performing a navigation between two different HTML pages without any reloads or without any widescreens. And I'm adding a very beautiful transition with that. Okay, so let's take a look on how we can make it. Well, first of all, of course, we gotta find a portal element or create it or whatever. So we just need a portal element here. Okay, then we are listening for a click event. Okay, nothing interesting, nothing new. Then when the user clicks on the portal, we are not activating it. Okay, we are just assigning a new class to the portal. Okay, and that class performs a transformation. So it just scales it up. Since portals was scaled down, it scales it up. And when that transition ends, we are activating the portal. Okay, so easy as that. You can think about it like about a following list of points. Just find a portal, listen for a click. When clicked, create an animation. When animation ends, you can just activate a portal. Nothing complicated. But when you're creating CSS animations, you are always think about accessibility. So it's not very popular topic, but it's very important topic. And when we are talking about accessibility of CSS animations, we are talking about reducing motion of animations on the screen. So how does it work? So here I have an image, the same screen, the same page, cat, duck. I'm clicking navigation, the same beautiful transition, and dog grows. Okay, but some people prefer to reduce motions on the screen. It might be important for them because of their diseases or whatever, but that configuration exists in almost any operation system, I believe in all operation systems. So for instance, in my Mac, I can go to my settings, to the accessibility, find a display and click reduce motion. And now my Mac performs almost no animations, no any motion for native animations. And now my page performs no animation between these two states. Okay, so do that. Without reduce motion, my page creates a transition. Again, transition. With reduce motion, my page don't have a transition. How to make it? How to force your web page to reduce motion when it's requested by the client's operational system? Let me show you. So it's frankly speaking, it's really easy, but it's very important. So when you're creating any CSS animations, you want to use media query that is called prefers reduce motion, reduce. And the easiest way is just to create a very, very, very fast transition. Why we can't remove transition at all? Since we are doing animations and it's here, yeah. So why we can't remove transition at all? Because we need to listen for transition and events to perform portal activation. So if we reduce transitions at all for any client, then he will not be able to interact with portals. Okay. So at that stage, we know all pretty big amount of information about portals. We know how to create them, we know how to use them, we know how to animate them, we know how to make them accessible. Now it's the time to think about customization of the page inside a portal. What am I talking about? Let me return to this blog demo here. So as you remember, here's a blog and a player, and I'm clicking on the player, and it appears like a model dialog on the page. So just remember the picture. But when I'm reloading that page, okay, just boom, and it's another look and feel. It looks completely another way. It's not a dialog. When I'm going back and clicking, again, boom, another look. How does it work? Just let me show you how does it work. With my cool demo. Send return. Okay, customize content in the portal. So here I have again a page with a cat and a portal with a dog. And dog know that it's in a portal. So here's the text, I'm in a portal, and a very happy emoji. And when I'm clicking on the portal, that text just disappeared. So the page can know was it loaded from the portal or not. Okay. So how to make that behavior? So for instance, for example, with the dog, we can just add a hidden element and render it and display none by default. But when our page is rendered in the portal, okay, in our window.portal host property is available, so we can check whether it exists. It refers to the portal page. Okay, so if that portal host property exists, we can make our hidden inline. So just draw it, and then at that dog page, we are listening for portal active event. This event will be fired when the portal.activate function will be called from the cat page. Okay, and when at that case, in that time, dog page we will navigate into the dog page. The dog page will just hide the hidden using hidden.style the display now. Okay, so again, when portal host property is available, that means that page is rendered inside the portal. And when portal activate event is fired, that means that page was activated. Cool. Now it's time to check some interesting ideas on how to use portals. Okay, I'm talking right now about loop navigation. It's a very important topic. So let's start with demo. I'll introduce you to my favorite demo with a blog again. About loop. So what's going on here? Again, it's a page, player, clicking, navigation, but what do we have here interesting? At the background, our previous page is still at the background. So it's here when I'm clicking, it stays there, but it's deemed using a backdrop, but nothing more. In fact, it's not there. In fact, we will already perform the navigation to another page, and that back page was adopted and rendered inside a new page. So just let me show you the code here again. So here is a portal. I'm clicking to the portal and just look to the DevTools, to the code, and in that case, boom, everything changed. So it's a new page rendered. But old page that was previously rendered at localhost 3000 is adopted as a portal and inserted in the page. Okay, so let me show you how does it work, how we can make that experience. Boom. So again, in a page inside a portal, we are listening for a portal activate event. And when the portal is activated, we can get the parent page using event.adoptPredecessor function. So it adopts the previously parent page and returns the portal with that page inside. Okay, so this code is really using that adoptPredecessor function. So when we are clicking on that player, it navigates to a new page, and that new page calls event.adoptPredecessor, and it returns the previous page inside the portal. And then it inserts it as a background to the backdrop. And that's why we can just click on it and activate it. Okay? Hopefully you'll already understand what I'm talking about. So here, I just have a code to demonstrate how we can create it. Exactly the same behavior as it was introduced before. Like we are listening for a click event on the portal, assigning a class, waiting for a transition end, and performing portal activation. Cool. Oh, now we know that portals are really amazing. Hopefully I already convinced you to try them. But frankly speaking, I don't know any cool feature in the programming that don't have any drawbacks, okay? And that's why portals also have some kind of drawbacks. So let's talk about them. Frankly speaking, the most important portal's drawback is performance. That doesn't mean that portals are slow, but that means that when we are using portals, we are loading full pages, like when you're using iframes. So if you will, I don't know, load 100 different portals, it will be almost the same as you will open 100 tabs in your client's browser. So it will really harm the performance of your application. And that's why overusing portals will lead to really bad performance, okay? So we need to find a way on how to deal with it. First of all, I'm talking about an intersection observer. I hope most of you already know what is it, but let me show you one more demo on how to lazily load portals on demand. Okay, so here I have it's again a cat, but it's outstretched cat. Okay, and at the bottom of the page, I have a portal. But nothing is rendered inside the portal, as you can see, okay? Even a source is not set, it's data-source, okay? And when I'm scrolling the page, I'm scrolling, and boom, the content of the portal appeared. And here I have a doc page with asset.image and so on. So how does it work? How can we make that behavior? It looks like a virtual scroll or something like that. So here I have an intersection observer. It's a pretty popular browser API that allows you to understand that allows you to observe elements on the screen and understand which of them are appeared inside the viewport and which of them are just leave the viewport and so on. So for instance, here, I'm creating an intersection observer and listening and observing a portal with a dog, okay? And then when entry is intersecting properties true, that means that dog portal just appeared in the viewport, okay? And here, I can create a portal. I can assign a source URL to the portal. And then when I'm scrolling, and I've already seen the dog, and this portal appears to leave the viewport, and in that case, entry is leaving properties true. That means that our portal, our element, our entry is leaving the viewport. And in that case, I can unload the portal and remove it from the memory and just clear all the resources requested by the portal. So it works approximately that way. Okay, so using intersection observers is a cool idea, but what if, for instance, you really need to keep tons of portals on the page? For instance, you're creating an online shop and you have thousands of elements on the screen and you want to perform actually very fast navigation to each element using portals, okay? You can't render portals on demand here using intersection observer because all your elements already on the screen and you have thousands of them. In that case, we can use another cool idea like placing data in the portal. So for instance, you can just create a pre-rendered portal with the placeholders, and when you're clicking on some kind of a good in your online shop, you're just passing an ID or some kind of a metadata and can preload all the required information. While user is seeing not a white screen, but a beautiful loaders or whatever. Okay, let's forget about that and let's take a look on some of my demos with passing data. Okay, so what do I have here? Again, cat page, dog page. But now cat page has an input, okay? And I can type something here in input like portals are amazing. Okay, portals are amazing. And when I'm clicking on the dog page, I'm going to the dog page and passing data inside and rendering all the data inside the dog page, okay? It's a new page, new URL, and data is here, and no input, no, nothing. Well, just to prove that it's not a fake, let's type something more interesting, like I like dogs. When I'm clicking on the dog, again, I like dogs. So how does it work? Let me show you. So here, at the cat page, when I'm clicking on the portal, I'm performing portal activation and can pass some kind of a configuration inside. And here, I can configure a data property where I can put whatever data I need, okay? And then in dog.html, when portal is activated, I'm receiving a portal active event. And here, I can access the data using event.data property, okay? Easy as that, yeah. Cool, guys. Now you know almost everything about portals. You know how to use them, how to make cool animations, how to make them accessible, how to pass data inside, how to customize pages when they're rendered inside portals. And now it's time to show you a few more interesting demos. Okay. First of all is a Yahoo News demo. As I told you before, big companies already started to play with portals. Okay, and for instance, Yahoo Japan News created a very cool demo. So they created and published a demo using portals. So at the left, you can see how the Yahoo News Japan looked before portals. Okay, it's a lot of white pages between pages. So it's not a good user experience, right? And on the right is an application built using portals, where you can see a lot of cool transitions, cool preloaders of different cards, and what's the most important, no white pages and an amazing UX. Okay. Wow. What's next? Yep, received demo. So this demo is a kind of a official demo of the portals. You can find it almost everywhere where portals mentioned. So at the left, you can see which URL browser is right now. And at the right, you can see like how the user scrolls and interacts with the application. And what the most important here is how cool is it, okay? Like how beautiful is it, how it feels, how it looks like. In fact, the user interacts with 4 different applications during this video, okay? 4 different pages, completely different pages. But it feels like it interacts with exactly one amazingly crafted application, okay? And I believe that demo really showed the power of portals and the UX you can create using them. Wow. That's it about my cool demos. And almost the last topic, portals for single-page applications. Okay, so since we've just spoken about portals for multi-page applications, and I think now you have no idea how they can help you with your Angular or React applications or Vue or whatever. Frankly speaking, they will not help you to work inside the applications, okay? They will really help you to work with systems of applications. Since nowadays, there are a lot of different systems that contain of different applications, like with 5 or 10 applications, completely different single-page applications. For instance, Google Drive, okay? So just let me show you. Here is a Google Drive application. Here is my Google Drive. I have a number of different my photos here, yeah, and I can click on the document, and what's going on here? I see the white screen, and then my application is loaded. Okay, again, I'm clicking on the page, I see the white screen, and then my application is loaded. And portals can help us to improve the UX of the Google Drive. Just let me copy one script, and I will show you how they can help here. So it's one a bit here, and it's here, and boom. Okay, so here I have a portal now. Okay, yeah, as I think it looks pretty beautiful from my point of view. And now I can hover and click on it, and it just performs a beautiful transition to my document. I don't need to open another tab with the white screens. I just see the beautiful transition and my pages here. I think it's an amazing behavior. Hopefully you agree with me. So yeah, Google Drive demo is done. And we are almost done for today. So let's revise what we learned. So first of all, navigation still is a problem for modern front-end applications, but portals are trying to solve all the issues with the navigation. Portals are easy to navigate using plain CSS. We already learned how to do that. We learned how to make those CSS animations accessible, how to customize page when it's in window. how to deal with portal performance and so on, and also how to use portals with single-page applications. Again, here's my Twitter. Just don't hesitate. If you have any questions, just DM me. Here's my blog, how to make the software. Follow me, you'll like it. And what's the most important, I believe, all the demos are available at my GitHub, so you can just clone it, download Chrome Canary, and you'll be able to try it and feel the power of portals. And that's it for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. So it's time for questions, I bet.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nikita. It was just amazing presentation with just tons of beautiful demos. I really enjoyed it, looking to your cats and dogs and stuff. So yeah, it's time for questions, and let's voice some of them. First of all, there is a question about the browser compatibility. So could you please voice once again about what's going on here?
Oh, yeah, but as already told, right now, portals are available only in Chrome Canary, okay? Only in Chrome Canary. Since it's not in the official specification, okay? It's just a draft of specification, but you already can try it, okay?
Okay. So am I correct that there is no actual production usages of that till yet? Because Chrome Canary is something for developers, right?
Yeah, sure. But as I told you before, companies like Yahoo are already trying to use them. Okay, so if big companies like Yahoo see something interesting in portals, I bet portals will be in production soon. Okay, since it's a really powerful technology.
Yeah, I think so, actually. So talking about that. Speaking about that, do you know any news or details about the actual dates or when it could be a standard, part of standard?
Frankly speaking, right now, I don't have any date. I can say that I've checked the repository of the draft of the specification just yesterday, as I remember. And the last commit was 5 days ago, not 5 years, 5 days ago. And I bet maybe in 1 or 2 years it will be released, and in 1 year more it will be supported by major browsers. And as always, if you want to use it in IE6 especially, just forget about it.
Of course. So we have enough time to learn this.
Yeah, we have enough time to learn. We have enough time to try them. We have enough time to invent new UX patterns on how to navigate across the applications.
Okay, fine. What if, for example, I'm a super modern company and I really would like to try it and to make it like a part of my production application, but still I want to have some compatibility. So could you advise something on that?
Yep, sure. As already told you, told the presentation, you can create progressive enhancements. So you can just check whether portals are enabled in the client's browser using just if HTML portal element in window, then you can create progressive enhancements and use portals. If not, you can just use plain HTML links or whatever. Frankly speaking, most of the UX will depends on your UX and UI designers. So it's better to ask them how to fall back to the plain behavior without portals. But yep, you can try to do that using just progressive enhancement patterns.
Okay, we have one more question in YouTube stream, so maybe we'll voice another one as well. So I will just read it, right? So does this portal load and execute their initial JavaScript? So if it is, if when it gets the sources, does it mean that it will require a lot of processor resource to load production-like applications? So just
for sure, when you are loading a portal, it loads a full page. Okay, it loads the same page. So just imagine as you're using iframe, okay? When you're loading an iframe, you're loading the full page and it executes all this JavaScript, performs all the requests to all the assets, performs the request to the backend, can load your main thread or whatever. So yeah, and the portals do the same. They load all the resources, they execute all the JavaScript, exactly the same behavior as for iframes.
Okay.
And, pardon me. And that's why I had a section about portals performance. And that's why you shouldn't overuse portals. And that's why you should load them only on demand when they're really required using intersection observer to not stop your initial loading. And that's why you need to pass data in portals to not create many portals. Just to have a shell portal, for instance, yep, pass data inside and then load required data in portal. That was a point.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. And maybe the last one. I was listening to the presentation and I was thinking like the browser developers could get much more potentially if they think about the preloading feature or something like that. So do you know anything about that? So how to make it fast and maybe use some less resources caching or something? So
what do you mean preloading feature? I didn't get the question. Could you please elaborate?
I mean, like when you load the first page, which has a portal, so
Okay.
it will preload the whole portal content or something just to make it faster. So is it?
Oh, okay. So you just don't need to insert portals directly into the HTML. You can just wait when the page is loaded. JavaScript provides you an appropriate event. And when the page is loaded, you can load your portal. So you can create a portal. Just call the document.create element portal and insert it in the document. Or even you can don't create them on the Bootstrap at all and just create them only when they're required. Just a lazy loading through the intersection observer.
Okay, thank you for your answers. Once again, thanks a lot for the presentation. It was really amazing, and we are the perfect on time in exactly 45 minutes right now from the very beginning. So, Nikita, thanks a lot. I really enjoyed the talk, and yeah, I hope we'll have much more some interesting content from your side.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for your questions. Yeah, bye.